Hey guys, it's Tara Wilson here, day 7 of my video challenge and day 3 of the 10 traits of the mindset of a millionaire, and this is 3 of 10. So we already talked about how millionaires are accountable, how they don't make excuses, how they are proactive and not reactive, and if you have not seen those, just scroll a little bit down on my Facebook page, they're all there. And today we're going to talk about the 3rd trait of the millionaire, which is they are focused, laser focused, no distractions. And I mean laser focused. If you really truly love what you do and you love why you do it and you love the impact you're making, you love the goals and the dreams that you have, you love the path that you're on, you just don't get derailed. I don't know how to explain it except for, to give you guys an extreme example, but if you're so committed and you're so laser focused on your business, do you really want to come home and just surf Facebook for 3 hours? Do you really want to just putz around the mall? Do you really want to just, spend 4 hours on a Sunday watching football? I mean, these are great things and they're very entertaining, but when I'm focused, like there's times in my business that I literally won't leave my office for 12 hours a day because I'm so focused, end of month or running somebody or launching a new product. I mean, I will sit there for sometimes 6, 7, 8 hours straight other than just to eat something, to get something to drink and go to the bathroom. I am in my office, laser focused. And I'm going to give you an example that I've, talked about over the years, which is kind of extreme, but it's real. So I want to pretend for a second, I want you to think about the person that you love the most in this world. If you're a parent, it might be one of your children. If not, it might be your parent, or it might be your spouse or a sibling or a best friend. Think of somebody you love the most in this world. Now pretend that somebody really mean kidnapped them. And the game is you don't get them back until you hit your first business goal or your next business goal, whatever goal it is. So if you're in this rank, you need to hit this rank, right? Just the very next one, not the top, not the best, not everything, just the next rank. But the game is you can't tell anybody. So somebody takes my child, right? Somebody takes your child, somebody takes your loved one. What would you do to get them back, right? You would do whatever it takes, right? So do you believe that you would get them back? You would be laser focused. You would wake up, it would be the first thing on your mind. You would be on lunch break thinking, who do I call? Who can I prospect? Who's on my list? All of a sudden, your fear about talking to a stranger, you no longer care if your friends are negative. You no longer care that you live in a small town. You no longer care that you are not a salesperson. You no longer care if people say that, is that one of those pyramid things? You no longer care if people question you, doubt you, reject you, ridicule. You no longer care because you're so focused. And I ask parents this all the time. How quickly would you get this done? And the most common answer, I've asked thousands of people this, the most common answer is in a New York minute, like now, like today. But I tell them to stop and think about this. Then you're telling yourself it's possible, and here's why. Because that's all you would be focused on. You would be laser focused. You would come home every day and you wouldn't kick your feet up on the couch, grab a glass of wine or beer and put the TV on thinking, I just had a hard day. I'll get to my business when I can. You wouldn't be surfing Facebook. You wouldn't be making excuses. Well, you wouldn't be at happy hour. You wouldn't be watching, football for 8 hours on Sunday. You would do whatever it takes because remember, somebody mean has your loved one. That is what a successful person does without having to be having to have their loved one kidnapped. That's what it looks like to be laser focused. It means that you are so committed that you will truly do whatever it takes. You're not distracted by shows. I honestly don't have a favorite show. I honestly don't watch TV more than maybe an hour a week. And I don't even think I've watched an hour in the last 2 weeks. But it's usually when I go to bed. But you're laser focused. You don't care what people say. You don't care what people think. Millionaires are so focused on where they're going, they don't allow little things or small minds to distract them. So I want you guys to think about it for a second. Are you laser focused? Because if you dabble in this, if you treat this like a hobby, it will pay you like a hobby. And I don't know about you, but I've never had a hobby that's paid me. Actually, one time. Very, very little. My husband's golf hobby doesn't pay him, right? My shopping hobby costs me money, right? So I want you to think about this. If you treat it like a business, it will pay you like a business. How laser focused are you? Are you allowing little distractions to get to you? Think about it. All right, guys, time to check up from the neck up. Thank you guys. Be laser focused, no distractions, and that's the way to the top. See you guys tomorrow with tip number 4.